All right, welcome everyone to Scareticulous. So today I thought I would do something a little different. Since I have discussed character design on this channel before, I figured I would kind of weigh in on the Jumba character design reveal for the new Lilo and Stitch live action movie. There's been new trailers and like little special things that came out recently, like a little music video for the Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Anyway, so there was like a reveal in this trailer right around here of them like kind of standing. So first I want to get into the one criticism I've seen so far about Pleakley's new design and his specifically his human form. They're saying that Pleakley is no longer cross-dressing in this movie, which kind of, I guess, takes some of the flavor out of the original film where Pleakley dressed as a girl, but it was in his alien form, not his male form. Um, if you want to call his male form male, he's an alien. So who the hell knows what his gender is? You know what I mean? But now we have confirmation in this new trailer, just for like a split second. This only appeared on the screen for like not even a second, like a half a second or a fourth of a second, where we see Pleakley in his human form dressed in women's clothing. So that does it. I think that makes it official. There is cross dressing in this movie. I don't know if I think I did see actually an artist spoke out, the one who did the designs of Pleakley in this movie, and they said they tried to get Pleakley as his alien form dressing as a woman, but he couldn't get it into the movie for some reason. I think because in this movie their disguises are now just humans, which honestly is a little bit more boring than the original disguise setup, where they were aliens, but they were dressed, rather comically as as humans. I think this is so much funnier to look at than just seeing them walking around as humans. And him just wearing women's clothing. I mean, obviously they're not afraid of showing cross dressing, so I don't understand why this didn't translate. Maybe because they didn't want to splurge on CGI the whole movie, so they just had them dress as in their human forms. I think they also wanted to have a little bit more stage presence, for the actual actors, because in the original cartoon you had voice actors lend their vocal stylings to the roles. You had Kevin McDonald playing Pleakley, famous Kids in the Hall actor, and you also had David Ogden Stiers, who is actually unfortunately now deceased. So he could not come back and reprise his role. Honestly, the original character of Jumba, he was like this big Russian bear kind of character. He had this presence about him. That's why he was so huge, because it was like kind of based on that archetype. But he was also like a mad scientist crossed with like a Russian bear. It was just an interesting mixture. In this movie, it's like, okay, we have Zach Galifianakis, and then coming out of this, this is officially the design of Jumba. Um, just so we have this all clear in our heads, this is what Jumbo is going to look like. There's Pleakley. We already know that's how Pleakley looks. We saw in another trailer that's how Pleakley looked, and it looked okay. It looked good enough for what they're doing for this CGI, kind of thing. Honestly, this is my thoughts on this. Okay, I think Stitch looks fantastic. The way that they translated Stitch's cartoon design to this kind of live action format, it looks brilliant. It doesn't look like a one-to-one translation, but it looks so good and just such a natural kind of redesign where they just naturally made it work, where it doesn't look entirely like a cartoon, but it doesn't look all that realistic either. He looks alien but still cute, and they did a great job with that design. Now, and they also had the returning voice actor for Stitch, so it works in that way as well. Now, for this remake, or this I guess it's a remake, live action remake, uh these designs don't really make that much sense for the actors playing them. Like, I don't know if Zach Galifianakis, and there's like literally no hype or any discussion about Zach Galifianakis being in this movie. Does anyone else find that weird? Like no one's talking about it. It just happens to be Zach Galifianakis. No one said anything. No one. There's no interviews about it. There's no announcement about it. Like Disney's not like, hey, we got Zach Galifianakis to be in our. Nope, nothing. It's like you just look it up. Like who's playing Jumba? Oh, Zach Galifianakis. Okay. Is there any? Is he going to do a voice? Is he going to put on some kind of character for this? What exactly is he going to do to make this version of Jumba? Is I don't know Zach Galifianakis as like a particularly talented voice character. Like he's not like a character like that. He has his own comedic style, and I don't really even know if it works for a character like Jumba. Like I don't know if he's gonna put on a voice. Is he gonna seem Russian? Like how is exactly are they gonna translate that voice from the original to this? You know, and the new voice actor of Pleakley is Billy Magnuson. Is that his name? Yeah, I've seen him in some stuff. He can be funny and stuff. I don't know if he'll be funny in this movie, but I mean, hopefully he would be. I mean, that's why they would hire these actors because they're actually good in their roles. I would assume. So, but I just feel like the charm. Like, look at this. Okay, let's get into the design here. Compare this design of Jumba. Okay, this. I mean, yes, I know he's supposed to look like monstrous, but look at that nose. Tell me that nose and that forehead bridge thing doesn't look phallic to you. In the original, like this is how he looked. And I feel like this, he had like a certain, yes, he was imposing, physically, he was a big character, but he also had like a cuteness to him. There's like a cute kind of Disney kind of vibe, and you could see the expressions on his face very clearly with the mouth and the big eyes and stuff. Distinctly alien, but still like cute and cartoony, right? This I feel like I don't know, like what and, and he's got hair on his face now and his forehead. Like, what is this supposed to be like a receding hairline kind of deal? Is this like a one of those balding on top situations, like a Danny DeVito? They should have gotten Danny DeVito for this. That would have been perfect. That would have been a perfect casting if they were going to completely change up Jumba's character in this and just kind of go like a different direction, with it. They should have cast someone fitting of this character design in Danny DeVito. Um, and for Pleakley, I don't know. Maybe someone else. Maybe Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny. It could have been an It's Always Sunny kind of reunion. I know I'm partial to It's Always Sunny, but seriously, I think that could have worked. Like Charlie Day as Pleakley could have worked with Danny DeVito. Oh, that would have been a much better casting. If anyone ever uses that, give me credit. Okay, link back to this channel, this video. Okay, Scareticulous. So. Yeah, I'm not crazy about these designs that the facial expressions don't read as well, and I know they're supposed to make them like look more realistic because it's live action. It'd be weird if you just had a bunch of cartoon characters running around like Roger Rabbit style. But I mean, that's basically what kind of movie this is. You have cartoon characters interacting with real life people. It's Roger Rabbit. This is Roger Rabbit. This kind of stuff. And I just feel like the charm is gone. These were so funny how they tried to like seem like people, and obviously they don't look human, right? But they're trying so hard to look human that it's just humorous, right? That's the joke. The joke is they're feebly trying to resemble human beings, and in this, they're just human beings. So exactly the comedy that we're kind of coming from and changing from here is one of like less sight gags kind of comedy and less like kind of characters kind of doing silly stuff, pratfalls, and probably more like, funny, quippy, kind of talky kind of jokes. Maybe some physical comedy here and there, but I think for the most part, they're gonna just kind of make them more like witty, little talking head kind of characters. So I mean, a little disappointing. I know that some things get lost in translation when you you know you update something for like a live action kind of thing. And I have never really been a fan of these live action remakes. I've never been a fan of them. Any of the Disney ones, I usually skip. I saw the Aladdin one. I'll probably see this just because Lilo and Stitch is great, and I am curious to see if they pull it off. It does seem like a fun time, so we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think these redesigns of the characters look good? Like, is it a good translation to you? And then how is this going to mesh with the new voice actors? Let me know in the comments below. Please leave me a like on this video, share the channel, subscribe to the channel, most importantly. And if you want to support me, you can check the description below for my links. I will see y'all next time. Later.